Well, hey, everybody. Happy first day of winter. It is Farm Girl Scavenger. Today is Monday, December 21st, 2020. So, here we go with what sold over the weekend. And when I mean weekend, for me, it is anything that has sold Friday afternoon, 4 o'clock. I stopped doing I stopped doing any new shipping 4 o'clock on Fridays, and then anything that has sold before noon Mondays, which is today. So let's just talk about numbers really quick. I have all in with shipping and everything $1,294.98 in sales for those periods of time. And then that is actually only 20 items. It's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Hello? Got that? Now, let's talk about my cost of goods for those items. What do you think? What do you think? My son's like, Mom, you got to change things up. $1. You can't be saying you got something for $1. Well, my cost of goods for that $1,294.98 is $36.25. And it really would be less, but one item I hope you guys are sitting down because you are not going to believe this. I paid up for something. I paid $30 for the first item that I'm going to show you. And I'll tell you why. And then I also took a best offer because I marked it up high anyway, knowing it was gonna fall into a sale. Anyway, so my cost of goods were $36.25. One of those items out of those 20 items was $30. And for the other 19 items, my cost of goods was $6.25. And that first item that I'm going to tell you about that my cost of goods was $30 on, I sold for $200. So for $1,994.98, my cost of goods was $6.25. You heard it. All right, let's get into it. So the first thing that I sold, and I got this at a private estate sale pick, and I can't actually show it to you because I boxed it up so that I could but it is in this box right here. And it is, I'm gonna see how much of this I can get in for you. I'll try to put a picture in, we'll see. It is a Elna Air Electronic Portable Sewing Machine, ABC, New Dimensions, Model 68SU. I could have gotten it for cheaper. They told me to give them a price. I just said $30 because I knew what it was. And it was the people were moving back to Hawaii. It was they're 10 years older than me. I'm in my I'm 53. So they're about 10 years older than me. It was her grandmother's. So these things are made in Switzerland. They're tanks. This sucker, that little box right there, weighs 21 pounds, and it is going to Indiana. They made me a best offer for $200. They are $264 all in. This thing has every single original piece that came with it, plus advertising. It is super cool. And I wanted to keep it for myself. It's one of the few things I've bought in a long time that I really, really, really wanted to keep for myself. All right, so the next item, you guys aren't going to believe this. This is my thumbnail. This piece of fabric was tucked onto a shelf in an entertainment center in a dining room, living room at an estate sale that nobody was going in because there was just a couch, a table, and a couple of shelves. And I saw that bright color and I was like, okay, well, how much do you guys want for this? And they're like, $2. I'm like, okay, because it was super cool. I was thinking, tablecloth. Come to find out, this is 112 inches by 48 inches. It is vintage cotton fabric designed by I'm gonna murder this. Marjata Mesovara. She is Finnish, and this is authentic. And if you look her up, I'm not gonna promise you, but I'll try to put her name in there, or maybe I'll see if I can get some of these pictures put in too. Marta is Marjatta, Metsovara. Look her up. She is something else. And it has and the main reason why I bought it was because, and that's going to be backwards, it's signed. It has her thing. Not only is it signed, but this particular piece was made. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, can you imagine a bedspread, a curtain? I actually took this out on the other side of my chicken coop and hung it up, and that's where I took the pictures of it, because there was no way I was not going to get this whole thing in the pictures. It is so beautiful. Anyway, so that's that. Like I said, I paid $2 for it. And I probably really didn't even pay $2 for it, because I bought a bunch of stuff and we just ended up throwing it all together. But that's what they told me, so that's what I'm telling you, that I paid $2 for that. I took a best offer of $140. They're $162 all in, and it is going back to Sweden. So there you have that. And then you have, I sell regular stuff too. This is Orchard and Vine Therapy Honey Almond Body Lotion. I've had this for a while. I got it in a big, at our bins they used to put all of the lotions and soaps and Bath and Body Works stuff in a big bag, and you could get it for anywhere from $3.99 to $6.99, and there'd be 20 or 30 items in it. So this was in one of those. I probably paid, what did I figure out? I think I paid 5 cents for it. Yep, 10 cents. So there was 30 items in that bag. And I took a best offer of $4.25. They are $10.19 all in with shipping on that. The next item, pretty cool. This is a let's check it out. Let me read it here. 1966 to 1972 vintage Datsun, however you pronounce it, Nissan pickup OEM instrument cluster. Yep. I've had it for a while. I got it free. It was in a box. I actually have another one very similar to it. Right here. And it is also listed. I got those in some boxes of stuff that my grandfather, who passed away in February, gave me. And they had that truck. They had all kinds of vehicles that I've got all kinds of parts on that I need to get listed, and I'm slowly getting them listed. But I took a best offer on that. Where is that here? I took a best offer of $179.99. Would you? Or would you have held out? I don't know how many people I've sent offers to on that. It had, I believe, 12 watchers on it. And it's been listed, I can't even tell you when I listed it. It's been listed for about a year. Anyway, they are $208.79 all in with shipping on that puppy. The next thing I got is this vintage Zenith 1961 television receiver Zenith Radio Corporation service manual. So it has all the schematics and different stuff. And it's kind of funny because I had this listed. I listed it for $19.99 or best offer because I knew it was going to go into a sale, and I knew what my sale was. And there's another seller that has these for every year, but they did not have this one. Isn't that weird? Anyway, they were selling all of theirs for $9.99 free ship. Yep, free shipping. We talked about that before. I took a best offer of $11.99. No, I didn't. $11.99, that's not a best offer. Yeah, I did. I sent an offer out for $11.99. They are $15.60 all in with shipping. And the other guy that has these, there's only one other person selling these, and he's got them for all the different years. He's selling them for $9.99 free ship. So there you have that. The next item, I got these with my granddaughter. I got 2 of them. These are listed less than 2 hours. They are super freaking cool. Westinghouse light bulb. Can you see that blue cobalt in there? People still use these, but they're collector's items. I got 2 of them. I paid $1 a piece for them because I knew they were worth something. I didn't have time. We didn't have time to run comps. I knew that they were worth something. I've seen these. It's a Mercury. Let me read you the description. Vintage Zenith. Nope, that was for the other thing. Boy, I am losing it. Well, I lost it a long time ago, or so my granddaughter likes to tell me. 2 vintage Westinghouse Lifeguard Mercury Lamp H39KC-175DX coded, and then there's some other numbers in there. And I didn't put the blue cobalt in there, but what's really funny, let's go with this again. This thing is so cool. That blue right there. So I got 2 of them. And after I ran comps on them and stuff, there was a guy that had the exact same ones. Actually even went onto a vlog for these things, and the guys are talking about them like, you know, women talk about lipstick and stuff like that. It was hilarious. Anyway, so there's another guy that has these exact same ones to the T, the cardboard. These guys just, the cardboard that this is in, it has one little blip right here. But one of the things that I noticed in their little rantings that they were talking about was how pristine the containers were on the ones that this one guy had recently gotten. So I didn't say anything about the containers. I took good pictures. I take good pictures. I kind of am anal about that, and sometimes that's not good. They may not have as much light as the white background ones, but they're still good pictures. I listed them for, I think I listed them for $49.99. They literally were, I was gonna say I'd look it up on my phone, but I'm using my phone to videotape. That was a good one. They literally were on long enough to hit my sale. It takes about 2 hours for something to go in and hit the sale, and I priced them to go into the sale. Sometimes the stuff will sell before it goes in the sale, and then I usually let my sales run out and sit for about 6 hours before I start another sale. So sometimes I sell stuff that's not on sale that I have priced way up because I know it's going on into a sale. The other guy that was selling this is selling them singularly for $9.95, and he has 5, and he sold one with free shipping. I sold both of those in less than 2 hours for $29.99 plus shipping. They are $43.04 all in with tax and all that stuff. $2 buy-in for me. That was my cost of goods. Pretty cool, huh? The next thing, I would never buy these. I'm just not this kind of girl. I'm not a glass girl. These are vintage Westmoreland. They were made for Avon. You put your little soap that sits in here and gets dusty because nobody uses it, and then you can't really use it, and if you wash it off it gets yucky, so it just gets dustier. or you put your rings and your jewelry in it, so when somebody comes in to rob your house, it's right there so they can see it. Yep. And meanwhile, these get dusty and dirty. These do not have the Avon mark on them, so but they normally, a lot of them do, and that you'll see another one that's two hands together. Anyway, those were given to me at the same estate sale that I got the sewing machine at, and that estate sale was a private pick, and it was 4 weekends long, and they would give me a call and let me know, because the people were still living in the house, because like I said, they were moving back to Hawaii. And so it would be like every weekend come up. Well, it was a 30-mile trip one way for me to come up there, so I usually would try to get there first thing Saturday morning. Anyway, those were given to me. I took a best offer of $15, and they are $25.59 all in with shipping. So that is that. The next item I'm going to show you also came from that same private pick estate sale, and it is this pair of boots. These are size 39. They don't look to have hardly ever been worn, and I know the couple that were moving, because both of my boys worked for them, and one of my adopted boys was their head chef at their restaurant here in town. These are MJUS, Mouge, and I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know, I'm just a farm girl. I mean, I did put my makeup on and do my hair for you guys today, because I was like, a person can only take so much of that. Anyway, these were a throw-in. I bought a whole box of shoes. And when I say a whole box of shoes, you are not going to believe it. Keens, 2 pairs of Keens, Dansko heels, brands that I had never even heard of, but and I don't have a pair that's listed under $39. And a pair of UGG boots, not just the regular UGG boots. These are nice ones. I don't even think she ever wore them. Those are listed for $99. They zip up and they have the wedge heel, and oh man, if they'd have fit me, I'd have kept them. They were size too big, and no, I'm not going to wear a pair of boots that are size too big. Sorry. Thank you. The next thing, anyway, so those boots that were free as in I paid nothing, they just threw them in, they're called Mouge. They're Italian, 17-inch tall, black suede leather zipper with a 2-inch stacked heel, size 8.5 or size 39. I sold those for $69.99. They are $96.99 all in. The next thing that sold is this little tiny vintage Dijetson Mathematician engineer's ruler and case. I bought a bunch of these at an estate sale last year from an engineer. I bought like, I don't know, 30 or 40 of them, and I would like to say I maybe have 25 cents into them. They just kept throwing stuff in the box, so I really can't tell you what I paid for it, but I did pay something for it, just not much. And it's tiny. You can see how tiny it is. They paid $10.51. They are $17.41 all in for this little teeny tiny engineer's. Keep an eye out for these. Lots of times they're just in the office in the junk drawer, or they're in a box with all the other junk. All of these little tiny engineer's rules, you may not get much from, but if you're gonna pay 10 cents, 5 cents, 15 cents, they're gonna be in a big box full of stuff, and you can go pennies. You can't even, do it. So I'll take $10.51 for that. I took an offer on it. I sent an offer out on it. Actually, no, I didn't. That one was just on sale. I don't know what I'm talking about. You guys all know that. Greg, you can keep your snide comments to yourself. Speaking of Greg at Rocky Mountain Sales, I probably butchered that too. He sent me this beautiful tripod that my camera is on. It is a Zenovo. I think that's how it's pronounced. Xenvo. It's called the Squid. And Hopefully we won't have any more technical errors. This thing is great. Greg, you're awesome. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the gift. And yeah, anyway, so what do we got next? All right. This is one of my kids' childhood things. See this? Xbox, original Xbox. When I was testing it, my son came out a couple weeks ago and tested everything. I opened the drawer. It had the Need for Speed underground, so I just threw that in, went and got a cover. It's got the original OEM cords, OEM controller with the, what is this called? It's something. Put you guys back up here. You don't need to look at all that. It's got the original Xbox communicator that goes into the controller. I don't know what this shit does, but I can make myself look like I do. It has this little thingy-ma-bobby that you put in so you can control your DVD. Didn't have the remote control that went with that, but they can find one themselves. Anyway, so that was free. Well, at one point in time, I paid for it, but this has been years. So that was on sale, and they paid $96.59. They are $122.35 all in on that. The next thing that sold is this vintage Disneyland 3D 6.5 inch tall beer Stein mug. It was made in Brazil, and it's got Mickey and all the guys. And can you see, or is that light too much? You can see how it's got the 3D on it. I'm surprised mine sold. There's a bunch of them out there. I just listed it because I had it. So for $19.28, they are $30.50 all in with shipping. It has the Disney on the bottom. It's a pretty good sized mug too. So what are you gonna do? The next thing that sold, I haven't had this very long, 2 weeks. If you guys aren't looking for these vintage lampshades, see that? You gotta find the cool ones. I paid, what did I pay for this? 75 cents. It was a bulk purchase. This sucker's heavy. It's got some inlay. Can you see that design right there? And then all the frosted glass. Oh, vintage Art Deco ceiling light glass shade lamp fixture chandelier frosted. Did I say that? Have there? No. 12 by 3 inches. So there's many different uses for that, not just up there, but there were a lot of the older chandeliers in some of the older houses that you could use that for too. So keep an eye out for those, the little globes that go on. You'd be amazed. Well, if you watch me or follow me on Instagram, you see my posts on them. I sell them for some crazy money. The next, anyway, so that, did I tell you? I paid about 75 cents for that. They paid $48.59. They are $71.88 all in on that. The next thing that sold is this over-the-door iron caddy, ironing board holder, wall mount hanger, small for an apartment. I got this from my son and his girlfriend when they moved. They never used it. I even have the Amazon bag that it came in, and it's just gonna get shipped out in that. So that was free. I paid $10. They paid $10. They are $18.25 all in with shipping. So that's that. The next thing that sold is a Christmas tablecloth. If you guys aren't looking for these, this came from the same estate sale that the boots came from, that the sewing machine came from, that the hands came from. I paid 25 cents for this. It is 60 by 20 inches oblong Christmas holiday Nouveau fabric tablecloth, holly and gold. It didn't really have a name. They paid $25 for it. This light right here is irritating. Let's try that. They paid $25 for it. They are $34.31 all in with shipping. 25 cents out of my pocket. Same estate sale. Did I mention that they were Hawaiian, that he is Hawaiian background, and so that's why they're moving back to Hawaii to go back to his family, and he just wants to go home, which, can you blame him? This is signed. It really is signed by this gentleman right here, and it is Slack Key with Cyril, Gabby Pops, Pahuni, and Friends. Let's Play Music. Rare signed copy. It's a DVD, but they did this for his father. Something that I had in the listing wasn't correct, and somebody actually sent me a message through eBay and said, "You're almost right on that," but and told me what to put, and I said that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure, and I said thank you very much, and they said you're very welcome. Anyway, very, very rare, very rare. I couldn't find anything on it at all. I had it priced super high because you just don't know. I took a best offer, and I don't know if it's his dad that's gone or if it's him that's gone, and they both could be gone now. I think he passed away too. So I took a best offer of $50. $50. You guys look for that odd music? What we might think is odd? Do you look for other cultural music? Or do you just pass it by? I look through all the CDs. I always look through the CDs. Do you think that there's only American music out there? Look at the symphony music. Look at the orchestra music. You would be amazed. You know, and you'd be amazed at what some of this music can go for. So $50. I paid 25 cents. They are $34.31 all in. Look at your music, people. Don't just go, oh, you know, Rod Stewart or Beach Boys or whoever the heck, Elvis. Whoever it is that you think. Look at the rappers. Look at the Christian music. Look at the Irish music. Anything that is unusual to you. You will be amazed. There's your super bolo. Next thing I sold is this Purdue Boilermakers basketball, officially licensed 3D. See how it's wide there? 3D ceramic coffee tea cup mug. $8.13. They are $23.60 all in. And the next thing that went out is Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Isn't that cute? This thing is tiny. Tiny. It's light. Does that help? On these, I'm no expert on this at all. I just know enough to get myself in trouble. And I don't know if you can see how it's dated. This really doesn't want to show. Anyway, 1974, I believe it is. 1974 Hasbro. This little guy is tiny. I paid 10 cents for him and another one just like it, a little girl. And some of these inside here have this plastic on them. I'm about to be interrupted, just so you know, that it can be peeled off and you can put another thing on there. Hi buddy, what's up?
You know the door, small door to the chicken coop to let the chickens out? Yeah, a few screws came off.
And did it fall off?
No, a few, not all of them.
So it's still hanging by a couple of screws?
Yeah.
You want to tell everybody hi?
Hello.
This is Dren, Farm Boy Scavenger. That's right. It's having some issues with the chicken coop, so we'll have to fix that in a little bit. All right, buddy. head back in the house. Did you get your chickies out and everything?
Yeah.
All right. Love ya. I'm going to finish this up and I'll see you in a little bit. So anyway, we will wobble. Little Indian and technically Asian African. Let's just get them all in there. Indigenous Native American would be the technical term that we would want to use today. His name on listing is Play School Weebles. And don't just put Weebles. Put Weebles, Weeble, Wobble. 1974 Western Indian for the ranch. The Hasbro Wobbles. Weeble, Wobble, Wobbles. All of that. So this little guy sold for $9.12. They are $15.53 all in with shipping because I charge a flat rate shipping. I charge $5.50 from 0 to 8 ounces and I charge $6.90 from 8.1 to 16 ounces. So I don't care what it is. And no, I don't refund my shipping because it helps to pay for my any kind of costs of my goods, any kind of cost of my shipping materials, my time. Yeah, it takes time to go buy these things. It takes energy in your vehicle. It takes time to list them. So I put a price up there. I put a shipping price up there, and that is what it is. I do not refund any extra money that I get from my shipping. Now I do combined shipping, but if somebody doesn't put their stuff in their cart and check out like they should, or they don't ask on combined shipping, then I don't, because if they were okay to pay for it, then they were okay to pay for it. That's how I run it. Everybody else is different. The next thing that sold is this Folk Craft Stoneware Loon Lake by Scotty Z. Sold for, I've had this forever, $5.99. They are $18.32 all in on this. I'm crazy as a loon. The next thing that sold is this Wendy's visor. Yep. Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption. This sold for $10. They are $16.71 all in. I paid 10 cents for it. I bought it at the bins, and that's about what it weighed. It's $1.29 a pound. It only weighed, so I figured I actually paid about 8 cents for it, but 10 cents will round up with tax on that. The other thing, and this was actually really my last, I can't show it to you without ruining the thing, but it is a book. It's called Understanding Style, Practical Ways to Improve Yours by Joe Glazer. And this actually got sold on Friday, but they didn't pay for it until 4:15. I was already in the car driving to, I sent them a message, and I said, I'm going to do my shipping. If you want this shipped out today, then I will need you to pay for it by 4 o'clock because I will be done and on my way. And at 4:15, when I was driving up the hill to the post office, cha-ching, they paid for it. Well, they didn't get it till today. So this was free from my son's girlfriend. I took an offer of $28. They are $33.84 all in. And I have one order that hasn't been paid for. I took a best offer on this Dragon Ball Z guy. I got a bunch of these at the Goodwill bins. This one is Super Saigon Gogeta, Gogeta figure, volume 21, battle. I can't even read my own handwriting. Call it in. He's 1996 dated. Pretty cool, huh? Got a bunch of them, just a bunch of them, and I had them listed for way more than that, but they can go. I didn't pay hardly anything for them, so yep, I'm gonna take a $20 offer on it. $20 on that? Are you kidding me? Why not? Why not? So that is it. Those are my 21, if that one gets paid for, or 20 items that I sold this weekend from Friday, which was just that book, to today, noon, Monday. And again, my total sales with everything was, let's look here. That's the wrong paper because I did it and then I had 2 more sales and I wasn't ready to come out here yet. I pay 21 sales, excuse me. 22 if that one gets paid for. 21 sales, 22 if that one gets paid for before I leave, but I'm not counting it in my total. So for 21 items, I made $1,294.28 gross. That is before fees, before shipping, before taxes, before anything. Shipping is going to be about $211.97, which brings me down to $1,082.31. My cost of goods was $36.25, 65 cents it says here, so I was off on one of them. We'll go with $36.65, which brings my net to $1,045.66. And then if I took 15% off for fees, promoted listings, all of that, I figured that to be roughly around $156.85. So my net profit before I pay taxes to the government is $888.81 on 21 items with a cost of goods of $36. Can't beat that. Anyway, so for those of you that don't know and you've made it this far, make sure you go back to my video that I did last week, because I'm doing my 500 subscriber giveaway, and there is this box of goodies that somebody's gonna get. I'm gonna do a drawing on Wednesday, and this is a international, I don't care where you live, I'm gonna send it to you. So if you're one of my international viewers or one of my friends that I watch and has come over and you're international, I will send it to you. So you're gonna have to go back. If I can figure the links out, I think I got it down, then I will put a link either up here or in the description of the video, which is, I know I can do that. So I'll put a link to the video for that one, but it's absolutely my last video that I just did last week. So, and it'll say storage. It'll say storage on it. All right. So there you have it. Thanks for suffering through. This is almost, we're going on 37 minutes. So I'm going to let you go. I got to get my stuff packed. I got to get my slips printed out and head over to the post office. Anyway, and tomorrow, don't forget, tomorrow on Lady Luck Junk's channel, Danica, we have our coffee talk, our reseller coffee talk at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or Central Standard Time. She's in Texas. So tomorrow morning, Tuesday, the 22nd of December, meet us over at Danica's channel and come and have some conversation. And if I don't see you there, everybody have a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever it is that you do or don't celebrate. Be safe and spend some time with your family if you're able to. Thanks so much for coming. Have a great week. Farm Girl Scavenger, out.